Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Welcome to Black Joy, a virtual spoken word event that is celebrating all things Black joy. My name is Rita Pierre. I am the CEO and founder of Black Ivy Media, and we are a platform that seeks to change the narrative of the Black diaspora through various forms of media. And so tonight, I am so excited. We've been having spoken word events both in person and virtual on this platform, but tonight's event is really special to me because I feel like as a community, it is, Black joy is so needed. Joy is so needed. And oftentimes when we think about spoken word, people often think about hardships, struggles. But tonight we want to focus on the positive. We want to focus on gratitude. We want to focus on happiness, and we want to focus on community. And I am so excited for you guys to hear these artists who are amazing share their explanation, their variation, or their take on Black joy. So for those of you who have not been following us on social media, please go ahead and do so. Black Ivy Media. There's a lot of things that we have our hands in, and we would love for you guys to see what we're doing and to also participate in what we have as well too. And so, like I said, tonight we're celebrating Black joy. And when I think about Black joy, I think about happiness. I think about Black joy being the antidote to stress and anxiety. And I think that through the last year and a half, almost 2 years, a lot of us, especially in the Black community, we have just been experiencing a lot of anxiety, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of anguish because of this pandemic that exacerbated a lot of the issues we already had in our community. And so when I think of joy, I think of it being just like the answer to a lot of our social issues, a lot of our strife in the community. And so, what I would want you guys to do, because I always like to do some sort of audience participation, is for you guys to type in the chat what you think of when you think of Black joy. Just you could do that throughout the night as you hear the artist performing. We just kind of want to see, where you guys are with that, and we want to have you participate as well too. So I don't want to take too much time because I want to make sure that there's enough time for you all to hear our amazing group of artists. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up our first artist, which will be Leonora. Hello, Leonora. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you great.
Okay. I'm first. Okay, well,
I
pop
was,
the
it
cherry
wasn't
here.
intended, but we have to kind of, move with the I guess with the punches. So, Leonora, I just want you to just tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, because I know you have an amazing brand as well too. So, just to kind of, also promote yourself while you're here before you start your piece, just let us all know, what it is that you do. So, I'm going to go ahead and give you the floor.
Thank you. And thank you for putting this amazing event together. It came at a much needed time. So thank you for that. My name is Leonora. I am the founder of She Is Made. It's a brand that merges art, different art forms. I'm a poet. I also like to draw and create. So we merge different art forms, social emotional learning, wellness as a tool for mental health. We are rooted in she and social justice. So I do a lot of things within the community as well. Different workshops. Our demographics ranges from elementary to grown adults. So we do workshops in schools, at events. I also curate and facilitate different poetry events as well. So this is kind of dope to be on the receiving end on the other side, speaking to you guys and performing. I have a few published books. I have a wellness journal that I recently released. This is my new baby. I'm so in love with my wellness journal. Then I have my book Made, which I created during quarantine, finding my Black girl joy during such a hard and unprecedented time. And poetry basically kind of just kept me sane. And then I have my first publication, Goods to Gravity, all of which you can find on sheismade.com. My Instagram handle is whois with a period Leonora, literally have it spelt on the screen. And she is .made for the brand. All right, so I'm gonna get into it. I actually wrote this specifically for tonight. I really wanted to challenge myself. I've been kind of in a funk and trying to kind of get back my Black girl joy. And so this was just perfect timing. And here we go. Black joy, Black girl joy. It's Wednesday, #Wellness Wednesday on October 20th. I walk into the kitchen and start dancing with my sister. Thames' free mind vibrates off the walls in our space. What a space for me and her to be in. I dive into our journey, but I'll save that for another time. What I will say is that I'm currently finding joy in us learning each other. Past our trauma, some of which that didn't start with us but impacted our relationship. Cheers to the joy of being here. As I two-step with you holding a glass of wine, we pour into each other, we pour. Sis, I've been residing in an interesting space lately. I wouldn't call it Black girl joy, but more so finding my Black joy again, rediscovering me, my truth. So I ask you, how do I keep this simple without being dark when I'm on a beam between darkness and light? She said, we appreciate love and light because of the darkness. Be authentic to where you are right now. Tell your story authentically. Girl, Black joy is finding joy in spaces people tell you not to. They tell you be bold, but not too bold. They tell you speak up, but not too loud. You're allowed to be passionate, but not too aggressive with it. You could dance, but don't twerk. You can embellish, but the hoops are too much. She said, find joy in the spaces they tell you not to, because that's where it resides. I suddenly feel inspired. Black girl joy, let's talk about it. It's not linear, but it's subjective. Don't let people dictate what joy means to you or what you choose to do. It can be listening to Megan Thee Stallion and transitioning to tribal house music. It can be listening to City Girls and then crying through prayer. It's Musiq Soulchild before he wanted to become a rapper. Just kidding. Whatever brings you joy, whatever moves your spirit, the mood in which you reside and you live that, beautiful queen, you are deserving. Black joy to me, Black girl joy to me right now is coming home after a long day of work and decompressing with a glass of wine and dancing around my apartment. It's slowing down and being with the version of who I am present time, because I know I'll never have this version of myself again. It's sitting on my couch watching Martin, candles lit, dinners cooked. I'm indulged in self. I'm flowing, incense burning, Badu playing, lemon water sipping, cozy dripping. My fingers are moving while creating. I'm in joy, Black girl joy. It's watering my plants, talking to my tribe on the phone, laughing, supporting, learning, teaching, bullshitting. It's family, it's love, it's justice, it's peace, it's freedom. It's Black people, my people. It's for the people. It's compa and smelling my mother's food on a Sunday morning. It's friends, real friends, energy, good energy. It's financial freedom. Legacy. It's my pop saying he's proud of me. It's accomplishing my goals and resting, knowing my body and listening to its cues. It's a fire new set, a fire new acrylic set and white gel pedicure toes. It's healing trauma, even when it's hard. It's grow, it's our glow, it's popping. It's versatility. I could be Brenda, Letitia, Linda, Felicia, Dawn, LaShawn, Inez, and Alicia, Teresa, Monica, Sharon, Nikki, Lisa, Veronica, Karen, Vicky, Cookie. Well, I became her in the ice cream parlor. Tonya, Diane, Lori, and Carla, Marina, Selena, Katrina, Sabrina. About 3 Kims, Latoya, and Tina, rest in peace, DMX. Most of all, I can be authentically me. I'm dressing to how I feel and owning any room I walk into. It's belonging in every place. I belong in no place. I belong to myself. It's not always fitting in and not giving a fuck. I'm not for everyone's taste palette. It's vibrating higher and saging bad energy. It's me, it's you, it's we. Black joy is whatever the fuck you want it to be. And that was my first piece that I wanted to share with you guys. And yeah, that's my spiel.
Thank you so much. That was so amazing. I know that we have some hands going up in the chat group. But I mean, that was so amazing. I mean, I'd give you a round of applause right now, but I don't have enough hands to do it. I definitely felt the rawness in that. I cannot wait to hear your next piece. But thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Guys, let's give her a round of applause in the chats.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right. So next, we are going to bring up Zulmi. Hello, Zulmi. How are you? Oh, I think you're on mute, Zulmi.
Sorry. Hello, I am well. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. Thank you so much for being a part of tonight's event. I know that there's so much going on tonight, but I'm happy that you're here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So Zulmi, same thing. I want you to just talk a little about who you are, where you're from, what you do, if you have anything, any brands you want to promote before you go into your creative space.
No problem. Good evening, everyone. I am Zulmi. I am a published author of Rotten Soup. I host a bi-weekly live show on IG where I feature other poets so that the community will get to know poets behind the scene under Zulmi LLC. I host poetry workshops, and I mostly work with schools because I'm an educator by trade. And that's what I do. And I spit poetry. So I'll just go into my intro and into my piece and then close out. My name is Zulmi, and let the words of my mouth and the power of my words heal, empower, transform, and give wisdom to your heart, mind, and soul. Let the words of my mouth and the power of the words that I possess light your path on your journey to self-love and healing. And I will get into my piece, Black Joy. I feel joy when I'm in the presence of my people, that entering into a room, I see you, you see me, and we both tilt our heads back as we acknowledge our beautiful melanin, that joy that the world sure didn't give, but could never take away. So we create pockets of joy, promoting our Black love, styling, profiling, and uplifting, setting all trends. Our music ringing throughout the world while our dances and movements are copied and pasted to the latest TikTok trend. I feel joy when I'm in the presence of my people, that scrolling through comments when we could speak to one another and only we understand. The facial expressions that we all can do in unison. I feel joy when I'm in the presence of my people, that sitting at a table, eating, roasting, reminiscing, clapping back of all the joys we share. I feel joy when I'm in the presence of my people, that supporting Black business, using products made by my people, reading books authored for us, by us, conversing, sharing our pains, hurt, sadness, journeying together through a world that really hates us. But oh, I feel joy when I'm in the presence of my people. I pray that we all feel joy when we come together. Next time you're in the presence of our people, tilt your head back and acknowledge and radiate Black love in your eyes as we greet one another. May we all feel joy when we're in the presence of our people. I am Zulmi, and dearly beloved, as we depart, let my words rest with you and take up root in your life at the aligned time. And that's my piece.
Thank you so much, Zulmi. I feel like I definitely resonate with those words. And I think that during this time, the pandemic and everything that's happened during the pandemic, I feel like as a people, we are coming closer We
Right.
are enjoying each other's presence more, right? We're supporting Black businesses.
Hello. Hello.
And yes, and I definitely just appreciate you just kind of bringing that back to the forefront, right? Just reminding us like where we can find this joy, right? With
Among
our people.
others.
I
Thank
love it. And Zumi, if you can, before you leave, I would love for you to put your information in the chat because somebody mentioned your book already in there, so we want to make sure that people pick up this book. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Right. You're welcome. Okay, great. I hope you guys are enjoying what you heard so far. Next, I'm going to bring up Miss Taylor Johnson. Hello, Taylor.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm filled with joy. That's how I am.
I'm so happy that you're back with us. For those of you who don't know Taylor, this is not her first time with us on the spoken word platform. So thank you for coming back.
Of course. It's amazing to be here. Thank you for organizing this night focused on joy. Thank you to the 2 other poets and businesswomen who shared this. I'm filled with joy because I know I'm not alone in the community of trying to make a change as an educator, as a poet, as a businesswoman. And to see that on other faces besides me just inspires me. So this is a gift to me. So just thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. And so as we talked about business women, so I definitely want you to share what you're doing as well too. And then this goes for everyone. Just put your Instagram handles in the chat group because all of you are doing amazing things and we want to make sure that those who are tuning in are aware of what you're doing and can support as well.
Sure, absolutely. When I was watching the other poets, I was kind of like, oh yeah, I need to meet with everybody. I need to meet with everybody. Like I just need to all get together so we can just amplify and uplift. So my name is Taylor Johnson. My pronouns are she, her. I'm originally from Los Angeles, California. I am an educator. I am a poet. I am a performer, and I'm a writer. And I'm the founder of Sisterhood Verb Incorporated, which is a consulting service dedicated to curating safe spaces for Black women, women of color, and youth through creativity, wellness, education, and liberation. So through those things, I seek to consult and help other communities connect together. I want to curate safe spaces for us to celebrate ourselves just like this. And it takes a community to build a community. So I'm very happy that I was invited to come back to share this. So I'll share my information after. I'm going to share one poem with you all tonight. The poem is called Joie de vivre, which is French for exuberant enjoyment of life. Chasing it and redefining it after each tragedy, even the ones I miss. I cosplay as the Black woman who can still find it. Exuberant enjoyment of life, the blood-drenched warrior fighting for a chance and a laugh, deep cuts flowing into her, deeper cuts still standing, trailing monarch butterflies on the battlefield, picking lavender bundles amongst the shrapnel, collecting rocks between the smoke of bullet holes and missiles locked onto my womb. Don't applaud me and praise me for these shaky knees. Televised tears that can't choose between falling or hiding, the way my weapons are still shining even after all these years. Don't applaud me, please. Instead, look at my lavender bundle. I picked it myself. The bees didn't mind because there was more than enough. See how the stems reach out when you put them together like a fan of purple? Smell them with me. The balance of an overwhelming welcome taking over your nose and chest. Admire the monarch butterflies I can count before the sun sets. See the way they glide with the wind, but also conduct the breeze when it is time to land. Sit with me in this minefield and admire the rocks I've collected, their geographical stories etched across their rough edges, sometimes smoothed out by the ocean's grace. Please, stay here with me. This is what I fight for. This is my battle. This is where I need your applause the most. Thank you all so much. I will share my website and my Instagram with you. It is sisterhoodverb.com is my website. And that is also my Instagram page. I'll be reaching out to everyone who performed because I want to amplify the work that we do, especially as Black women wanting to support our community. So it's just an honor to share the space with you all. So thank you so much. And I'll make sure to put my information in the chat.
Thank you so much, Taylor. I mean, I always love when you perform. I mean, you have such, like, I guess, joy in your face, right? I guess there's joy in your life. So it's exuding, you know, on screen here. And I feel like every time I was watching some of the past performances, and I'm like, you just always have this like glow and this like, I guess, joie de vivre, right? This love for life. And so I definitely want to have you back, of course. And I know we talked about collabing, but guys, definitely follow her, support her. She is doing amazing things in our community. So thank you so much again.
Thank you.
All right. And so next I am going to bring up Sweet November. Hello, Sweet November. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself? Thank you for having me tonight.
Of course. I'm happy to have you here. And so I want you to also just tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, what you do, and if you have any brands you also want to promote so that we can support you as well.
Okay, thank you so much. I am Sweet November. I have been writing since as far back as I can remember. I was born writing, if you want to say, born a writer. It's my passion. It's what I love. It's what I'm absolutely good at. I'm grateful for the gift. Let me first give an honor to God before anything else for the gift and for this opportunity. I am from Newark, New Jersey, proud native of Newark, New Jersey. Extremely family oriented. I love my family, love them. What else? Bookings, you can reach out to Sweet November Poetry at yahoo.com. Okay. And I guess I get to jump right into it. Okay. Black joy. It's everything. And absolutely nothing on this earth compares to it. Its healing powers. A kind of magic that you can't quite fathom or imagine, but it's there. It's cornrows being gathered on front stoops. It's graffiti on brick. It's sirens blaring into the night, a tune all too familiar. It's hopscotch, double dutch, and fire hydrants on a hot summer's day. It's hot combs, kitchens, and bonnets and braids, swagged out walks and slang, freedom locks, shape ups, twist outs, nappy roots and things. It's coconut oil and shea butter, choose your pick. It's picks and rat combs, and then the almighty hand if all else fails. It's soul food and soul train, dancing, twerking, and cookouts. And it's music, good music. It's a call home when the street lights come on, and grandma and mama's cabinets that'll put any doctor to shame. It's preaching, praise dancing, and choirs that can sing. It's mother and grandmother's prayers and sacred calls on bending knees to ancestors that never seems to go unanswered. It's celebrations of homegrown skin tones straight from heritage, not son. But every son gets prayed over twice, 3 times, and then a 4th before he exits the front door. Black mama knows the news ain't got no good news for her boy. But the good news is, Black joy will always be on the forefront of our spirits. We are celebrations all on our own. So everything else that I mentioned in this poem is just an addition as to why we are so fire. So yeah, when you ask me about Black joy, I'm gonna tell you that it's magnetic and that it's magic, that it's skin tone, that this skin tone is a resting place for love and it's lit. And it's worth being boastful about it. I'm gonna tell you that it's as sacred as Sunday morning. And that the only time I'm going against God is if he try to bring me back as anything other than Black. So if you ask me about Black joy, I'm gonna tell you, it's everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. Everybody is just like so amazing. And now I'm like, man, amazing, amazing, amazing. You definitely, please, please, please put your info in the group, in the chat so that people can follow you, so that we can, you know, follow your work, see where else you're performing. Because this was so soulful that, you know, I feel like those who are watching are like, man, this is amazing.
It's a treat for everybody. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Okay, guys. I mean, I don't know about you all, but I mean, this is more than entertainment. I feel like we're being poured into. So I really hope that you guys are receiving what you're hearing today. And so next, I want to bring on DeFae Anderson.
Hey.
Hello. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Is it DeFae or is it DeFae?
DeFae.
DeFae. All right, great.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here with us tonight. And again, you know, I just want you to please, you know, showcase yourself. Tell us who you are, what you do, if you have any brands you need us to support so that we can do so.
Okay. First off, I want to thank you for having us here on this platform today. I'm having a good time listening to the poets who've gone before me. You have really filled me up. So thank you all so very, very much. I'm DeFae. I was born and raised in Chi-Town, Illinois, Bronzeville. I'm a playwright, a poet, an actor, director, a lyricist. I perform in bars and gardens and churches and at your next event if you invite me. I am going to do a poem. I think it's joyful. It's called Homework. At a party, in the back, in the basement, in the still, in the dark, near the dryer. At my best friend's mother's, girlfriend's brother's, nephew's, new wife's play sister's house. On the riff and ride of an old school jam. Me and Angel measured the sweetest distance between 2 points. In a corner, quietly, intersecting planes and surfaces, we circumvented gravity. We plotted our passions, slow and protracted, the swing and the axis. We did it in our heads first. We rounded off the squared places. Ron Isley and Luther whispering indivisibles. We multiplied and carried over, mastering tongues and calculus. In the pitch and promise, we shifted galaxies and conjugated. Raising choruses and congregations, we charted heaven in each rotation. We arrested time, caught up in the riff and ride. We raised dynasties and nixed factions. We danced with thunder. We ran with scissors. We anchored the intangible and chased the infinite in the incredible circles. We made splendid magic in the dark near the dryer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, DP. I know you have another one for us, so we are looking forward for you again. But thank you so much. And again, please do not forget to put your info in the chat so we can book you in a city near us. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
And next to is Jameson. Do we have Jameson here? I don't want to just pull you up. If yes, no, let me see. Jameson. All right, let me go ahead then and bring up. Let me bring up, see my girl in the back, Phonetic Wisdom. Hey. Oh, you're on mute. Oh, there you are.
Yes, I am here. Thank you so much for having me again.
Of course, of course. You look lovely as always.
Thank you. I am like, this is like my third event. And I'm still in the second one. And I'm like, I have to do this because you're so supportive. And I love your platform. And yeah,
thank you.
It's amazing.
Thank you. Well, thank you for making the time because I know you are busy. I did see your IG today and I'm like, there's a lot going on.
Wait, why did I do this? But like, I know why. Because I can. And I will. Okay, so, yes.
So yes, I want you to talk about yourself a little bit. I know you do a lot as well too. I mean, I think at the end of this, everyone's going to be collaborating with each other because we all seem to be in similar spaces. So just tell us about who you are, where you're from, and then the amazing work you're doing in the community.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so I am Phonetic Wisdom. I'm a poet, spoken word artist. I host, I curate events, particularly for the wellness of the mind, body, and spirit. I'm really, really passionate about elevating awareness and, facilitating spaces where we can practice, awareness of ourselves and making sure that we do the work that needs to be done so that we can be well in mind, body, and spirit. So I also have a Black women's empowerment organization called Voices of Black Power, and I started that in 2018 as an artistic showcase where Black women who have been impacted by sexual abuse and trauma could come and share their stories, but not in the spirit of just sharing pain, but really with the intention to transmute trauma into triumph. And so I have really been blessed to continue facilitating that space, and I'm expanding that space. I'm going to be doing a virtual sister circle next month, November 6th, and that is going to include workshops for that mind, body, and spirit wellness. And I'm also going to be doing I'm going to have some vendors that are in alignment with that goal come and share what they do, because I want it to be a space of support where we can not only share information, but we can share our products and services and really bring abundance to each other. So that is what I'm really passionate about, and I really do my best to support other organizations, community organizations, nonprofits that are in alignment with my purpose and that essence. So if that resonates with anybody, do feel free to reach out to me. I am totally here for that. So I'm gonna share a poem with y'all, maybe two, depending. We'll see what my friend Rita says about that. But I'm gonna share this poem, and it's really special to me. And it's called Basking in Blackness. So I'm basking in blackness, walking melanated and elevated. I'm filled with greatness. This powerful confidence leaves you inebriated. I am a miracle. After every hurdle my ancestors had to leap, from my mother to live to see her water break and a daughter escape her womb, I am blessed beyond measure. No matter how much stress or pressure they try to put us under, determined to see us asunder in the bayous. No matter how much we waded in the water, the thunder that struck us in the midst of it only gave us superpowers, instilled in us the will to live no matter who is in power. They be clocking us like the hours, praying our time is up, but there's always time for us. I see you, brother. You're doing your thing and your drive inspires me. You don't just watch it, you're building your empire, and I see you. And whatever way I can contribute, I'm here to. Take what you have created and use my powers to multiply it. The significance of my womb. Why a woman, any woman, especially your mother, should always be by your side. No need for me to catch you when you fall. Why fall when I encourage you to lean on me? When you feel weak, when you need to speak, I'll hold you up with the strength of my presence any week. Your queen, the accomplice that you truly seek. And to my sisters, you are the truth. You are the roots of humanity, the originator to every copy. This you should know when all these women copy you. Collagen shots in their lips because of you. Want to be bootylicious? Let me tell you who's the influencer you are. They can never rinse your presence away. Your legacy is here to stay. I find it funny when they say reverse racism. I say reverse hateism, like how they convince us to hate these things that they covet. Those Bantu knots that you know you're loving are men that you be wanting and shamelessly flaunting. The street cred that you're looking for with the way that you're talking about some cash me outside. And what if I do? What if I catch you outside reverse hating and perpetrating by colonizing the culture that you so hated? By gentrifying the ghetto and appropriating the aesthetics of my Africanness. How I am tired and yet still empowered that I was born into this role of activist. Look, there ain't no acting in this. My existence been deemed by you as a catastrophe. Reasons why they try to blaspheme and imprison those who share this light for free. But it ain't free. This freedom be costing me an American KKK. But in my soul's heaven, I am rewarded, never exploited or politically distorted for fear of what I am reporting. You see, I am more than what you see. I am the culmination of stories that go far beyond me. From people as dark and strong as coffee, being of African descent is the ultimate odyssey. So no matter what you do to my body, my spirit is strong. Having already planted fruitful seeds determined to grow like ancient trees, aka there is no stopping we.
Excuse me, can I use the bathroom? Okay. I just need a minute.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yes, y'all. I am in the middle of another event and someone has to use the bathroom. So I'm gonna have to finish it here. Thank you so much for this time, Rita. I so appreciate you. I love your platform. I love what you're doing, and I look forward to connecting with you and anyone else who resonates with what I am doing and what I have going on. So thank you so much for this time. I appreciate y'all.
Thank you so much, Milik. And this is what like MVP looks like, right? she showed up and she's like, I'm gonna find a corner
and I'm gonna kick out of it.
Participate.
I love you so much. Thank you.
Yes, I mean, if you happen to find this corner again, before the night ends, definitely send me a message, let me know, and we'll bring you back.
Will do, but people are mad at me right now, so I gotta go. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Yeah. All right. And next, I'm going to bring up Nell. Nell, are you here? Nell. Yes. Okay.
Hi.
Hello, Nell.
Hi. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. I do not have my camera on this evening. I know. But I'm here. I'm present. I was watching all of these amazing performances. I'm so honored to be like on this set list with these amazing women, amazing artists, business women, powerful women. Like the energy is just high right now. So I'm just like kind of swirling in it. I do not have anything to plug this evening except that I'm an intern with Black Ivy Media.
Yes, she is.
I'm a senior at Brooklyn College. I'm studying literature and creative writing. So if anything, I'm learning from all of these amazing artists and entrepreneurs and business women and men this evening, and just again taking in this Black joy, this energy, all of that good stuff. So thank y'all so much for inspiring me, inspiring everyone who's listening. And anyway, I'm not going to take up the rest of the time with my spiel. I'm going into the archives of my, personal poetry, and I want to kind of read something that's always kind of been on my heart, and it's the importance of kind of like, I want to say like surrendering and letting go and letting spirit and the world and the energy kind of move you, and moving through hardships and setbacks and obstacles that we think are hard things to move out of the way, but they're actually like small little pebbles in the big blue sea. So I say all that because this poem is really close to my heart. It's called In These Waters. There's 2 parts to it, but I'm only going to read part 1. So I'm kind of going to take y'all on a journey with it, and I hope y'all enjoy. All right. In these waters. Safe in the stability of the earth, my feet sinking in the cool, wet sand, where I stood anxiously, staring into the deep blue distance, watching cautiously from the shore. What's out there? My crown ached from the blaring sun. Short moments of relief came from the shade of cozy white clouds, slowly strolling across blue skies. As if mirrors hovered over the sea, the rolling wet breeze ran through the thick black coils of my hair, and the air was thick with a wet, salty mist. I grew curious of the sea. With a slight hint of hesitation, I stepped a little closer, close enough to catch the soft crash of the wave breaking against my ankles and blanketing my feet. I moved in closer, shedding what little covering I had that sheltered those soft, vulnerable parts of me. I watched blobs of white float away, arrested by the current, blending with the surface, drifting further away. I ventured on. The pull of the waves pushed me back. My body shivered from the continuous rush as a growing wave crashed against my chest. Trembling yet steady in my stride, it felt as if solid ice ran from the base of my neck down the curve of my spine. This new yet familiar feeling took over. Then the water slowly rose around me. I found myself swallowed by its entity, hugging my every curve. In that moment, I felt weightless, and I surrendered to its soft demands. Bending my head back until my hair sank below its surface, it whispered in my ear with each passing tide, as if it pleading with me. I took heed to its call. I extended my arms to either side and leaned back further as I slowly raised one foot off the ground and then another. Breathing slowly, treading carefully, as if any unintended stir may anger it, I complied with its demands. Relaxing every muscle in my body, it slowly lifted me off the ground, and I laid there, buoyed. A laugh escaped my lips as I floated weightless. I no longer had a need for all those things I left behind. That is the end of my piece. I hope y'all enjoyed it and y'all felt it. Thank you so much. And I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to the rest of the show.
Yes, thank you so much, Nell. Nell, I met her at our last in-person spoken word poetry in the park event that took place a couple of months ago. And she came and she performed. And then ever since then, we've been kind of stuck at the hip. And she's been curating a lot of great content for us at Black Ivy Media. And so definitely want you guys to follow us so you can see some of the amazing work that Nell is doing on our platform. So thank you so much, Nell.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity as well and for the learning experience. I really, truly appreciate it.
Definitely. And so next we're going to actually show a quick, about 2-minute video. We have one of our amazing collaborators. She is Kalia Deborah. She is a life coach, a business coach, and she is going to share by video some words of encouragement on the topic of Black joy. So, oh, this is not it. Okay, well, as I figure out what happened to that video, I am going to, oh, they disappeared. Okay. Let's see here. Leonora, would you be able to do your second piece now? Okay, great. Welcome back to the stage, Leonora.
Hi. This has been amazing. So blessed to share this space with everyone. I've been completely inspired, and this is actually really bringing me Black joy. So just thank you to all of the poets that went before me, that's going after me. And again, thank you to everyone for just tuning in. So if you logged in, I'll just quickly reintroduce myself. My name is Leonora. I work in education by day, well, my entire life, actually. I work in education and art by day at a high school servicing Black and brown kids. And then I own She Is Made. And I basically merge different art forms with social emotional learning and wellness as a tool for mental health. So I service a demographic that is a wide range from children all the way to adults, doing similar events like this. Different workshops, different wellness workshops that's centered in art. It's kind of like my sanity that keeps me sane, leveled, and on point. If you visit sheismade.com, you can learn more about me. And I also have my published books on our shops. Holiday sale coming soon, so, you know, plug. And then my handle is who is with the period Leonora, how it's spelled on the screen, Leonora. She is that made. So my second piece of the evening is kind of speaking about women, Black girl magic. I'm deeply rooted in she and social justice. So a lot of my work is around that, love, getting through the darkness, overcoming trauma, finding that joy, right? So this is kind of like right on point. And I do believe that in order to find your joy, you have to go through different obstacles. It's like getting on the other side of things and learning things and going through that pain to get to your light. So this is called Black Girl Magic. Black girl, you're a queen. Disregard the images that you've seen. I mean, white ain't always right. Black ain't beautiful only if you're light. You have a right to be mad, have feelings, be sad, Black queen. The weight of the world resides on your shoulders, yearning to be picture perfect, but the picture ain't perfect for generations. We've been dealt bad hands with bad plans. Discouragement, fear, and hopelessness turns into rage. Rage becomes a constant paired with broken hearts and idle souls. Fallen prophets, shifted crowns, too many Black body and Black face clowns. You're tired. Tired from carrying the weight of the world, 2 hands at a time, 1 step forward, pushed back, took back, knocked off balance, 1 step, 2 step, 3 steps, 4, you breathe frantically. The Black man soldier, the driver, the passenger, the rider, the roller. You are built to last. There's power in your gender. There's wisdom in your race. There's beauty in our faith. Black girl, you are magic. You are beautiful. Your light shines so bright. Your smile illuminates the darkest of spaces. Heart pure and rich. Black diamond, Black girl. The essence of you they secretly adore, for what you're composed of. We go to war. For stability of our homes, you go to war. For all that you do, for all that you are, the mucus of the universe, goddess of it all, Black girl, Black queen, you are deserving. A lineage of strength and sacrifice, walking herstory, knowing your real history, reading through the whitewashing of your existence, owning the curves of your body, the treasures of your mind, Black girl, Black princess, Black queen, Black goddess. If no one has thanked you thus far, my deepest gratitude goes out to you, the many hats that you wear, the many faces you share, for how they stare, for reading between the lines, for being everyone's lifelines, Black girl, Black queen, Black goddess. Despite it all, despite it all, despite it all, you're still standing, still riding, still driving, she's still rolling, still magical. Black girl, Black princess, Black queen, Black goddess. You're magic. That's it. Thank you, guys.
I realized I was on mute. I was saying this is the time where we put our fingers together and we snap. That was so amazing. So amazing. And I'm thinking about all of the young girls, the little girls that need to hear this message and like what this would do for them just to be able to hear this. So I hope that I don't know, maybe a recording of some sort. I'm just thinking about, how to get this message out to the young girls, right? Those who are not on Instagram, Facebook, but that need this poem in their life. So thank you so much for just creating this.
Thank you. And I'm here for it all. I would love to collaborate with you guys and just create. And that was a great idea. And I'd love to speak to you offline. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Leonora. Okay, great. So I found the video and we're going to play it and then we're going to move on with the rest of our program. So again, this is a brief message by Kalia Deborah, who is a business coach, a life coach, and this is a message on Black joy.
Deborah. Created to create. We were all created to create. We were all created in this world to create something that will change lives. Whether you are a poet, a storyteller, a painter, or a business owner like me, what you create with your own abilities is meant for a purpose way greater than yourself. We were all created to serve in one way, shape, or another with the gifts and talents that we have been given. Regardless of what your world looks like around you, you have the power to make something great out of your life. You are worthy and you are more than capable of living out your dreams and making change in this world in your own individual way. The coolest thing about all of us is that we all bring something to the table that only we can bring. You have something that even I can't bring, and that something is you. That something is me. You and the person sitting next to you may have similar ideas or the same dreams. The factors that set our dreams apart are our personality, our wit, our swag, our creativity, and our skills. And there's probably a boatload of more things I can name. But this world needs you. This world needs the power that only you have. And guess what? You don't have to wait. You can start right now. Even if you feel like you don't have enough to start, you have exactly what you need to start, and that's you. What you do in your life now has the potential to bloom into something amazing. So what are you waiting for? Go take a chance on yourself, and remember, no matter what it is you do, whether corporate, creatively, running your own business, writing stories that will change people's mindset and lives. We were all created to create for a purpose way greater than ourselves. What you create in this world has the potential to change someone else's life. So don't wait anymore. Take a chance on yourself and get out there and create.
All right. I hope you guys received that message. And that, I think, was really, it was for the audience members, and it was also for us, the creatives, right? Just kind of giving us this reassurance, kind of pouring back into us that the work that we're doing, it's not in vain. I think that a lot of times as creatives and as those of us who wear double hats, right? We're creative, but then we're still kind of working this 9 to 5 straight life. It gets overwhelming at times, and especially like when it comes to your art, we're very sensitive about it. Sometimes, we'll create and we might not even feel as if it's being received. But I think that, what I took from that message was that, we don't need to wait for anybody to let us know when it's time, right? All we need is ourselves. And I think all we need is the belief in ourselves that we can do whatever we set our minds to. And sometimes it's difficult. It's difficult to step out on faith and to just put yourself out there. But I think that, it's, for me at least, it's a gradual process, right? With self-esteem and with just that overall belief that you can do it and that you don't need, anyone, but really like that belief in yourself. You only need you to be able to, do whatever it is that you want to do. So I know that there are many people who are on this live that are probably thinking, man, I would love to be able to do a spoken word piece, but maybe I don't like the sound of my voice, or maybe I'm not animated enough, or maybe, maybe I'm not as savvy enough. And, I have seen a variety of different kinds of spoken word, and it's what you make it, right? It's what you make it. And I think it's your belief in it. So, if you're tuning in tonight and you're, thinking about just, stepping out of your creative shell, do it today. After this is over, pull out your pen and paper and just start writing, and just move forward, right? Don't let another day go by, if that's what's truly on your heart. So hopefully you guys were able to receive that message. And thank you, Kalia Deborah, for sending that in for us. And so I want to go ahead and bring up Taonga Leslie.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm really thrilled to be coming into this community, and that was a wonderful, wonderful speech before, and I liked your invocation as well to just get out there and create.
Thank you. And so, Taonga, I just want you to tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, what you do, and then if you have any brands or anything that you would like for us to support, please let us know that as well too.
Thank you. I am a consultant by day, and I'm also a poet, and I'm based in Brooklyn, New York. I originally come from Gainesville, Florida. This spring, I actually published my first poetry collection. It's an illustrated chapbook, so I'm pubbing it. I'm in the chat on YouTube, and you can see the link, and I'll hope you'll support that. But I'm newer to poetry, but getting into the space and just loving it as a way of expression. I was invited to this by a friend, and I was initially thinking, okay, I want to write about Black joy, and thinking, okay, should I write some new poems today specifically on that theme? And then I looked back at the collection that I published and realized that I am a Black person and a Black queer person looking for and experiencing joy. And that's one of the big themes of the collection, and also how identity can be this thing that can divide and isolate us, but also can be this wonderful source of joy and finding meaning in life. So I'm going to be sharing 3 poems from that collection. The first is called New York. One goes out into the world, certain of community. It took New York to prove that there is only me. But sometimes in the shower, with hands in my hair and steam in my eyes, I believe I am like anyone. I go to soap my thighs and smile, a little smile, that's only mine. The second poem is a love poem, and it's called Genesis. Most people think that nothing can come of this. We are not built to bring forth life. There is no fruit to multiply, and easy deaths await every seed scattered in this soil. Yes, I am familiar with the laws of God and man and nature. Heat is lost and entropy only increases in a system. Despite the perfect hour I spend loving you this Sunday morning, not one extra second will be added to the doomsday clock. And yet, I have the faith of a mustard seed and more, for I have glimpsed the golden spindle of your soul, whirling without friction, defying the law of motion, flashing out a song in light. Ah, yes, I have grasped happiness by the earlobes. She whispered something to me before wriggling away. Darling, there is no answer, because there is no question. But what a wonderful joke it is. So I laugh, a gurgled murmur that you feel before you hear it, as you come spilling into me. And the third one is a poem about lost love, but the joy that the connection brings along the way. The last day of 2013, which is, I think, the last day we had hope, or maybe simply the last day that I look upon without pain, we took a train far Rockaways, a place I always love to say, but have never been because they are, well, far. And as the train swayed or shuddered or, dare I say, rocked, we alternated holding hands and being shy. We felt the pale sun splash in through the windows every time the train surged above the ground, and we sweated through our unnecessary long johns until we were sitting wet. There, at the boardwalk, we did nothing because there's nothing to do in the far Rockaways. But we saw the water, which was, of course, too cold for swimming, and we felt satisfied and strong, and we came back. It's jarring when I remember that you still live here, and unlike my remembered you are full of things to say. Actually, I dread the thought of seeing you on any beach that isn't Rockaway, on any day that isn't New Year's Eve. You can't go to the far Rockaways, much less love a man for 18 months, without asking yourself if your time could have been better spent. Well, I don't want the time back, and I'm not sure I want you back, but if the A went that far back, I'd let you take me for a ride again. Thanks so much for the time, everybody, and lovely again to be part of this community.
I'm on mute again. Thank you so much, Tonga. And please put the name of your book in the chat so that we can support you.
Wonderful. It's a new road, and I'll paste it in the chat again. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next we have Tracy Neal. Hello, Tracy. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Doing great, doing great. Happy to have you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Great. So Tracy, I want you to just tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're from, what you do, and if you have any brands that you would love for us to support, please shout that out as well.
Okay. My name is Tracy Neal. I am originally from Hopkins, South Carolina, and I currently live in Columbia, South Carolina. And a little bit about me, I do have my own business that I started last year in 2020 called Tracy Neal Speaker Poet. I am not on any social media. I actually got off this year, but I'm so Google accessible. I got a lot out there, so I'm very grateful for all the opportunities I get. All right, let's get started. This poem is called Crown of My South. Melon skin of elegance, watch my hair move mysteriously with the wind. I wear my hair and skin like soap. See this soap seeping to my soul. I am black. I'm the crown of my South. Before, these hands were hard-working hands. They were hands chosen to scrub public toilets. My ears remember listening to the cries, screams, and laughter from children. I've been working with youth since the age of 12. My birth is on March 8th, 1989. Now my Black voice moves mountains and makes memories. These hands write wonder and welcome ideas beyond all barriers. Feel the motion of my marches as I play on words. When I breathe in and out, I make motion and movements, and my beauty breaks bondage. Look deep in my eyes, you will witness a warrior, the overcomer of domestic violence at 16 and rape at 21. No, I'm not done. A teacher beyond the classroom, I would not allow failing the South Carolina teacher exam 10 times for 10 years to be the end of me. Do you hear me? This is an example of Black joy, taking the hurt and hunger for healing while choosing to rise higher. Blacks are the foundation to a nation. We showcase survival every day. I am Black. I am the crown of my South. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I mean, I'm gonna keep. we don't have the audience here, but I'm snapping for you. Thank you so much for that powerful poetry. And I know that this is a business of yours too. So please, let's put it in the group chat so we can share it so that we can follow your work.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so I want to bring back up Sweet November.
Hello. Hi again. Okay, so I am due for a second one. Thank you again for the opportunity. So the second one I am going to perform is for the Black men in the world, our Black brothers, which we are proud of, which we love, whom we love, we adore, and we always got your back. Black women, when you think we don't, when you think, you know, the world is on your shoulders, somebody's looking out for you, somebody's praying for you, and somebody is a witness to, we are all a witness to your strength in the world. You're not forgotten. So I wonder if this thing works a little bit better. Let me turn it on. I don't know if that's any better, but I don't know. Okay, so this one is entitled Most High. Dear God, what kind of weed were you smoking when you created the Black man? I mean, I know you're God and you hold all power in your hands, but I want to know what was all up in your blunt to create such magic. I imagine you being so faded that you shocked yourself behind what you created. Now imagine you as Redman and Meth in the movie How High, when they smoked their dead friend's ashes and he came back alive. Is that what you did to manifest the Black guy? I mean, you did say man was created from dust. Yo, let me find out you sprinkled a little Black excellence in your blunt. No wonder the Black man is perfection from his image to his spirit. No wonder the white man fear him. Now, Revelations 1:14 does say that you have hair like wool. So I imagine you sat back, took one good pull, and decided that the Black man should look just like you. How beautiful. How artistic of your hands to create such a man. How thoughtful of you to gift this world with such a gift, y'all. I don't even cuss in my poems, but ain't no way to sugarcoat this. Black man, you the shit. You are everything that you think you are, king. So the next time you walk into a room with your head held high and someone has the audacity to question why, I want you to look them dead in the eye and say, because I was created by the Most High. Thank you.
And that's period.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Definitely. I mean, you definitely captured us with that first line. I was like, wait, what?
How it goes. Everybody's like, wait, what? I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, it's a grabber. I hope
Yes.
you enjoy.
Thank you so much. The creativity. I definitely will be keeping in contact with you, with everybody, really. But thank you so much for taking the time tonight.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. All right, all right. Next, I want to bring back to the stage D-Faye Anderson.
Gotta find that mute button, you know.
I know, it keeps catching me.
All right now. Glad to be back on the second half. I'm still having a great time. Thank you, everybody, for bringing the funk and the noise this evening. I'm going to, well, D-Faye is my name. I'm from Chi-Town. You can find my work in an anthology from a writer's workshop in Chicago called the Obasi Writers Workshop. And the anthology is called No Mo, A Literary Legacy of Black Chicago. Presently, I'm a member of a group called the Potluck Poets, and we do readings online. We just ask you to bring a snack on a Saturday afternoon and enjoy our offerings. So the piece I'm going to do now is called The One About Harriet. Down through the ages, through the annals of history, Moses has never been pegged a dancer, though quick on his feet. Nowhere is it written that he ever cut a rug or stepped it off in the house of the Pharaoh. Look, I don't really know about him and that. But Harriet Tubman, Harriet danced across the eastern seaboard. Through the Blue Ridge Mountains, the Chesapeake Bay, she cakewalked through Alleghenies, a perfect pivot under Big Dipper skies. She black bottom, she samba. North to south, then south to north, waltzing slaves right past their masters who were dying to cut in. She was the hippest hoofer, a sanctified stepper. She soft shoe through slave quarters, steal away, steal away, steal away to Jesus, steal away, steal away home. We ain't got long to stay here. 13 times she electric slide across Mason-Dixon lines, and dozens followed her lead. 13 times she juba, 13 times she bop past Toms and Tattlers, past hound dogs and slave catchers. 13 times. Not just once. She steal herself and then sit. Runaway slave made return trips. No coach class, no first, no free drinks or pillows or magazines. She could not read the highway signs or the wanted posters. $40,000 on her head. Harriet led as she was guided. She saw God in the North Star. She felt him in the moss that only grows on the north side of trees. She heard his voice in the coded songs and waded in the waters to throw off the dogs. Praise dancer on a wintry night. You see, Saturday evening, is just right. You travel in darkness, but you hide in the light. And you won't be missed until Monday is bright. She prayed and packed her pistol. She jitterbugged downwind past deputies and sheriffs, past the fugitive slave law, past patrollers and slaveholders. She Madison beyond the Virginia codes. 500 miles to Canada. She twist and shout the Piedmont Plateau, past cranky babies and panicky runaways, flying home past the courts and the church. She lindied past 2 presidents, past the U.S. Marshals, the laws of the land, through all kinds of elements, past Dred Scott and overseers. She stomped past her own narcoleptic seizures, past the House, the Senate, and all the compromises. 13 times she Watusi. 13 times she danced. The blind, the babies, the elderly, all ages. She never lost a partner. Freedom jazz dancer, never danced a challenge that she didn't win. Araminta, Minty, Harriet, Ross, Tubman, Davis, General Moses, war hero, nurse, businesswoman, liberator, combat leader, agitator, fundraiser, orator, advocate, scout, spy, conductor, and oh yeah, stepper extraordinaire. Black Moses, Black Moses, Black Moses, Black Moses. Thank you.
More snaps. That was so powerful. And the singing, your voice is beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I do just enough.
Thank you so much, Dipe.
Thank you so much,
Rita. Forward to having you again.
I'll be with you. I'm going to stay for the rest of the show. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Okay, great. So we had another video submission from another individual who was actually part of our Poetry in the Park event that took place a couple of months ago. He goes by the name of Issa Kamal. And so he's actually performing a musical piece, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So I'm going to bring that up now.
All right, wherever we are in our living rooms, bedrooms, or wherever we have the privilege of watching this live stream, I want us all to come together and get the vibe rolling real nicely. Let's go. Let's start it off. 1, 2, 3. Ha! Yeah. That's a nice cool snap with me, huh? Yeah. 1, 2. Keep the snap going. Hey. Right. Rocky tie, tie, tie. Hey. Everybody stop and count your blessings and be grateful now. Instead of thinking sad and stressed and worried with what you do now. Don't you go thinking defeat when the road gets steep. Use what you've got to endure and to reach that peak. So many people have a life worse than you. You better know now. For all of the things you have, they envy you. You better know now. Give thanks and praise every day in the morning. Better days will draw your way. Stop complaining. Count 1, 2, 3. Keep counting your blessings now. Got what you need, so keep counting your blessings, yeah. Count 1, 2, 3. Keep counting your blessings now. You got what you need. Keep counting, 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 counting. Counting. Ha! So many people have life worse than you. You better know now. For all of the things you have, they envy you. You better know now. Give thanks and praise every day in the morning. Better days will come your way. Stop complaining. Count 1, 2, 3. Keep counting your blessings, yeah. You got what you need, so keep counting your blessings, yeah. Count 1, 2, 3. Keep counting your blessings. You got what you need, so keep counting, 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 counting. Keep counting, 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 yeah. I know a man, he has no feet. He is the happiest man I know. I know a child, can't read nor speak. She is the happiest child I know. I know an old lady has no teeth, yet when she greets me, her smile is so. She smiles so sweet. Hey, you know, sometimes life will try to knock us down, but we have to remember in all times, just give thanks. Hey, count 1, 2, 3, keep counting your blessings, yeah. You got what you need, keep counting your blessings now. Count 1, 2, 3, keep counting your blessings, yeah. Whoa, whoa, count 1, 2, 3, keep counting your blessings now. You got what you need, so keep counting your blessings, yeah. Count 1, 2, 3, keep counting your blessings, yeah. Count 1, 2, 3. Keep counting, 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 counting. Keep counting, 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 counting. Keep counting, 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 counting. Ooh. Count 1, 2, 3. Keep counting your blessings, yeah.
Little snap for Issa Kamal. Issa Kamal has been such a blessing to us. His energy is amazing, and I think we had showcased some of his in-person performance with us at Poetry in the Park. And so even though he could not be here tonight, he submitted this for us. He took his time to create it for us. And so we just want to say thank you, Issa Kamal. And I will also be putting his information in the chat if you guys want to follow him on social media, so you guys can hear more of his art. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up Nell. Nell, are you ready to come back? I don't know. Oh, there we go. All right.
Hey.
Back to the stage now.
Now, Retha, how am I going to go after that amazing performance. Like, what?
We're all amazing here. We're all amazing here.
That was amazing. That was amazing. There's a... All right, so I have another poem. I've never performed it before. I wrote it a few weeks ago. It's based on a song that's near and dear to my heart. And like, I know everyone's, has a theme of like Black joy and Black unity and Black love and literature and all of these amazing themes. But with this piece, it's more so about self-love, and it's kind of personal, but I really do hope y'all enjoy this piece. So and if you know the song, like, sing along, all right. Back lady, you gon' hurt your back. Unload the heaviness and sorrows of never morrows, the aches you evade under starlights and word games. How dare you claim to own your demons and cannot address them by name? Shame, guilt, worry, ugly, sorry, speaking heartily, yet you allow them to creep and eat everything. You're afraid that one day he's gonna say you're crowding my space. Yet you put it in his way, hoping he can take the blame for all of them. No, that ain't his fate. He ain't here to save. Don't blame mommy, she was ushered the same rate. Back lady, you gon' hurt your back. Thinking because you focus on your bag that maybe it'll fill in all your gaps, all the places you lack. You can barely look yourself in the mirror. I'm sorry. You can barely look yourself in the eye. You're afraid that if you smile too wide, the grass in your dirty mirror will crack. My bad, baby. Did that hit different? Did it twist up your insides, or are you gonna cry and wail or sit indifferent? Pack light. Would you believe me if I told you that you'd be all right? Look at all that you made it through. 8 years since they slit open your belly back in 1326 looked like a miracle. So why are you so pitiful? No one will save you, my dear. That doesn't mean you're not worth saving. You're here. Don't go digging in your bag and looking for reasons for all your misbehaving. I bet your love can make it better. You know love, not like love in a booty rub, not love from a detached cuddle bug, that love that makes you throw up your ugly insides, the love that leaks tears from the corners of red eyes from too many emotional highs, terrified, that love that tears you limb from limb, that love that pushes you up out of your skin and sins, that pushes you from the molten shell until you're flesh and bone, until you're flesh and cold and exposed, the love that will cover you, hold you tight and tell you to let go. Chin up. Don't you dare break on me, bag lady. But your love will make it better. But you gotta want it. You gotta want it as bad as that third slice of pepperoni with extra mozzarella and garlic. You gotta want it more than head pats and belly scratches. You gotta want it more than you want your bags, baby. Bag lady, if you don't hurry up, you gon' miss your bus, 'cause you got too much stuff. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Well, that was that. Thank y'all so much for listening, and excuse the mess ups here and there, but yeah, that was Bag Lady. Thank y'all.
Now, Nell, I didn't know you sang. That was absolutely beautiful. I think this was the first time we had all this singing as part of our spoken word. So I am here for it. I am excited for it. And now I feel like it's a mandatory now that we have some singers as part of the platform. But thank you so much, Nell. Again, like you amaze me every single time, because now I'm like, this woman's a whole singer. Thank you so much, Nell. All right, so we are coming toward the end of the program. We did have some other artists that had signed up for today, but unfortunately, there's always things that happen last minute, and so they could not be here tonight. And we hope that we can have them on the next time. But I wanted to end today's event with a poem that's actually written by a South African poet by the name of Kuleka Putumu. Not sure if anyone has ever heard of this poet, but this poem is actually entitled Black Joy. And I wanted to read something from our South African brothers and sisters, because we actually did have a few that were to perform tonight, but unfortunately, there are power outages going on in South Africa at the moment. And so they alerted me beforehand that they would not be able to participate in tonight's event because of the power outages. So we wanted to just honor you guys tonight, just let you guys know that we're thinking about you. They're always so supportive of us. They always perform, but we just wanted to let you all, our brothers and sisters in South Africa, know that we are thinking of you tonight. And so this poem is entitled Black Joy. We were spanked for each other's sins, spanked in syllables and by the word of God, before dark meant home time. My grandmother's mattress knew each of my siblings, cousins, and the neighbors' children's morning breath by name. A single mattress spread on the floor was enough for all of us. Bread slices were buttered with irama and rolled into sausage shapes. We had it with black rubius. We did not ask for cheese. We were filled. My cousins and I would gather around one large bowl of umnoksho, each with their own spoon. Sugar water completed the meal. We were home and whole. But isn't it funny that when they ask about Black childhood, all they are interested in is our pain, as if the joy parts were accidental. I write love poems too, but you only want to see my mouth torn open in protest, as if my mouth were a wound with pus and gangrene for joy. And again, this is a poem written by the South African poet Kuleka Putumu. And so with that, everyone, I want to just thank you all for taking your time tonight to be here and celebrate Black joy. I think, what I've heard tonight was that Black is beautiful, Black is wonderful, Black is amazing, and we are good together. There's so much messaging out here that Black people, our Black community, we are toxic with each other. And there's so many messages that are there to divide us as a people. But I think that tonight we were reminded by what Black joy means. And I think that it was represented so well, right? Black joy, to Kuleka Putumu is, what some would consider struggling, right? For her, that was Black joy, spending time with her cousins, eating from one bowl of food, what many would consider to be struggle, to be distress. That was joy for many of us growing up who didn't grow up in the most affluent neighborhoods or areas or safe areas, but we had joy in the little things. We had joy in our collective experience. And I think that taking the time to go back and remembering that time, right? It was simpler times, but I think it was happier times for most of us. And I just wanted to thank all of the artists that performed tonight that, were vulnerable, because I think with art, regardless, it's vulnerability, right? It doesn't have to be about the darkest point in our life for it to be viewed as vulnerable. And so I thank you all for sharing your art with us, sharing your art with the world. And I really look forward to, experiencing art with you all again in the future. And for those of you who have not, again, been following Black Ivy Media, please do so, because we have a lot more in store. We have, panel discussions. We have monthly IG lives talking about both good and bad things in the Black community, right? Where there's the good, you have to address the bad. And so I encourage you all to follow our platform and to, be a part of the movement, be a part of what it is that we're doing, and to visit our website as well. This live stream is going to be available on YouTube. So for those of you who, have family and friends that you're like, man, I want to share this, you definitely can. It's still going to be live on our Facebook page as well, too. This is not, the last event we'll have for the year. We are planning to do one more virtual event before the year ends. So I really hope that you guys continue to follow us, continue to support us. And please, please, please take the time to support and follow our artists. I know we put some of the information in the chat group, and for those who maybe were not able to catch the information, we are gonna post them up on our platforms as well too, because our artists are amazing, and they all are entrepreneurs. They're doing amazing things, and we want to be able to support them in their craft as well too. So thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. And with that being said, have a good night.